All right, Coach, just a really hard-fought game. We saw really good pitching on both sides. How would you just kind of recap the game?
It really was. I thought Blevins was incredibly competitive through every pitch with plus conviction. We just had two big, impactful swings. You know, Perry's ball down the third base line for the two-run double with 2 outs. And then obviously Schrader, got the breaking ball elevated and really punished it as he's been doing of recent. But he did a great job. I thought Gary's compete was really good. The stuff was really good. I'm a fan of him throwing 93 plus when he's at 100 pitches. It's rare that we've had guys go to 100 pitches. I guess you manifest things because I talked about how we never have guys get to 100 pitches, and we had a guy get to 100 pitches today. So I'm excited about that. You know what I mean? These guys like him want to be out there, let him be. But bullpen was really, really good after him and executing Stu and Frida. And, you strike out the side at any point in time. It doesn't matter. The ninth is hard to get those final 3 outs. And I was really happy for Frida to do it in such an exciting fashion. And I think the crowd certainly helped make that happen with the juice that was in here.
Yeah, talk about Perry's game. Freshman first start, but he looked like a natural today. What do you think of it?
Well, I was just saying on the radio post game. I mean, the hitting the double, getting the base hit on the ball up the middle was really good. But I think the at bat where he was 0-2 and he grinded it with some foul balls and ends up getting it to 3-2 and then walks. I mean, that's just outstanding work. That's really hard to do. That's advanced stuff. And he really didn't get much action over there at third. It's funny how the baseball, God's work. He got one ball and it was just a whopper chopper. But no, very happy for him. I mean, in the end, if you follow Troy through 27 games, we've had a lot of different guys have different moments, and part of our training over all this time is just make sure guys are equipped and prepared to do it. And it was really cool for him to actually put that into action in a real game on game 1 of a Friday night.
Schrader seems to be really hot lately. Hit another home run tonight after hitting one on Wednesday. I guess just talk about how good he's been lately.
Well, confidence is certainly a funny thing, and there's certainly been some things that have been worked on by he and Ben in terms of some foundational things. But he's just he's seeing it well. His BP is incredibly consistent. If you were out here pre-game, you'd say, oh, okay, this guy's prepared and ready to go. And I think when players such as him and a lot of our guys, when you do it day in, day out, you're always going to be kind of ready to go. And I think that's a huge part of our DNA as a team. Doesn't mean the guys aren't going to fail because his baseball is so darn hard. But he's been consistent, and therefore the results, I think, follow.
You get Shane back in as a pinch hitter tonight after missing him for a few weeks. I guess just how cool is it to have him back, and what can that do bringing him back? Even if it's slowly coming along.
He's a dynamic player. He was playing like the Shane of 2023 when he went down at Upstate on that Saturday in the 6th inning. But it was a good matchup for him in there, and obviously it was not necessarily broadcast how much he's been hitting. Him being cleared, but he's healthy. The BPs have been Shane Lewis BP, and he'll keep working himself in, and we'll continue to figure out the proper matchups and proper things as we go through. But I thought it was cool for him to get the ovation. I'm not trying to equate him to this, but just I was at Ole Miss when Tim Elko had missed 7 weeks post ACL, and they're up by 2 runs in the 8th with 2 outs, and the place starts erupting, and I'm like, man, we haven't even thrown a pitch yet. And Tim Elko comes up and hits a pop-up 9 miles high. I wish I could show it on video while we're on this. And the place, had 9,000, and they were going crazy. So I thought it was cool that our fans recognized this guy deserves a great ovation. They gave it to him. He didn't hit it 18 miles high like Tim did that night, but cool for him. But he's got actual moments that will come as we move forward.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, Peryn, your first start tonight, your first at bat, you ripped a double down the line. I guess just how excited were you to get in the lineup, and what was your just approach in that first at bat?
Honestly, it was just to slow down and just own the moment and just be as relaxed as I can, especially being my first at bat and first start in college baseball. But I just wanted to stay on the fastball, and that enabled me to stay and keep the changeup fair down the line.
Gavin, you hit another home run tonight. You've just been really high lately. I guess just talk about how well you're seeing the ball right now.
Well, the first couple of bats I wasn't seeing it too well. Talked with the coaches, and they said sit curveball, sit off speed, and I stuck to the approach, and there came the off speed, and I did damage with it.
Peryn, can you just talk about just how you've been working hard just while you've been not been playing? Like, what have you been doing in practice every day just to prepare for the moment?
I'm honestly just been going out there working and doing as much as I can and trying to stay as prepared as possible. You never know when your name's going to be called and whenever you're going to be able to get your opportunity and just take advantage of it.
That was a pretty tough lefty you guys were seeing, and you're a lefty hitter yourself, I guess. Just when you have a